Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, we have been busy this morning. We went into town and we got some supplies. We got some more soil so we could fill those 2 big garden beds. And we also picked up some blocks so we can raise up the blocks we've got laid for the cottage that we're about ready to build. And we bought tarps so we can open up the pallet that has all the wood and separate all the wood according to, so we can start building this cottage. And I think we're going to separate that wood pretty soon. Don't know if it's going to be later today or tomorrow, because we're also going to head into another town several miles down the way, and we're going to pick up some bare root fruit trees. And so I'm really excited about that because we need to get those in the ground. So we probably need to get those in the ground before we actually open up that pallet. So we'll have to see how all this goes along. But right now, time to unload all the stuff from the truck and the trailer. So stick with us. Oh, and also we bought 2 photinias. I love these plants. They grow tall and wide. They're very fast growing. And so we're going to put those up front, maybe in front of the storm shelters to kind of block it from the street. But there's still more dirt that has to be removed. So not sure what we're going to do with them, but we got 2 of them and we're happy. Okay, you might be wondering why we're putting more blocks on top. And the reason why we're doing it is because of that huge mound of dirt. We got to distribute that dirt somewhere. This is a big slope right here. Those cottages in front are way higher than this cottage was going to be. It was fine, it was perfect because the water would flow away. But because we have all this dirt we have to find a home for, we decided that what we would do is level up this yard. It's still going to have a slight slope because we need the water to drain that direction. It's just not going to have a big jump. But to do that, we're going to end up burying some of those blocks in the ground. And so we wanted to raise it up a little bit higher so we can easily put all the dirt that is going to be in this area around that cottage without fearing that any of the wood would touch. And so that's the reason for the extra blocks on this cottage here. That's it for now with this. Now we have to go into town and get us some trees. And we'll be right back at you. Okay, it's a new day and we went out shopping. We went to 2 different towns kind of far away, about 40-45 minutes away, and we found us some fruit trees. We bought 2 pear, different kinds, and 2 peaches, different kinds, a persimmon, and a plum. Then we went and picked up a different plum in a different city but it ended up being the same plum, so now we got 2 of the same plum, but that's okay. They're a sweet plum, and we do like plums, and we can make jam and all kinds of things with the plums, so we're good on that. So we have about 7 trees. We also picked up a white grape and a red grape that are good for this local area, and we'll plant the grapes. Downside to all of this stuff is that everywhere we were going to plant our trees, we still have thorn trees because we didn't bring them down yet. So I don't know, I guess we're going to have to start bringing down some trees so we can plant the fruit trees. They have to be in the ground really soon because it's warm weather now. All that coldness that helps those roots grow is behind us. Even if we get another frost, it's not going to stay cool enough for a longer period of time. So if we don't get them planted right away, those roots won't be able to establish themselves before the heat of the summer comes. Right now, we're putting them down into our cellar. It's nice and cool down there, and so we're just going to put them down there until we can figure out where to put the trees up here. It's really sad because everywhere we want to put a tree, because we pictured it clustered, there's those thorn trees that we hadn't brought down yet. But everywhere else, they've tore up the lawn so well that I don't know where to put the trees, and I'm lost. Before all of this septic stuff happened and everything, I had plans, and I had alternative plans, and I knew where I wanted things to go, but it didn't work out. And so now we've got to work hard and fast to get these trees in the ground. So Lee's going to take the grapes out. We've already put the trees down in the cellar, and then we're going to have to get busy figuring out where to plant these things. Stay with us. The cats have been using that dirt as a potty ground, and so I needed to push it down now since the ground is hardening and it's not all mushy wet as it was the other day. So that's what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I'm very thirsty, so I'm going to just take a smidgen of a break, even though I just got started, and go get me a nice tall glass of water, and then come back and finish before going to look for places to dig those holes for those trees. I'll be right back. Okay, I went in, got my water, and got sidetracked. Got myself a booby. Yep. Oh, did you see that? I don't know. I can't see it. Well, just take my word for it right here. Got all scratched up from Stowe. Stowe got inside the cabin, upsetting Freddie. And so I went to pick him up, and he got me. And then grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and was able to get him out. I now see Eclipse stalking Stripes. I don't want that to happen because everybody picks on Stripes. We can't have Eclipse picking on Stripes. So, oh, she's laying down, so she's not going to actually do the attacking. I don't know. I hope she likes Stripes because Stripes needs a buddy. Anyhow, that's all crazy. Neither here nor there stuff. I got work to do. Let's get busy. Me a thorn. These are very dangerous to the tires of our cars. That's right in a driving path too. Well, will be again. got to get rid of it. Got to go find me a rake now so I can shove some of those rocks back over. Some of those rocks got squashed down into the ground by the tractor, and so they're deep down in the ground, so they got a lot of dirt also wrapped around them. But you can tell that they go up, that the mound has caused, when it got squashed down, it's created a mound in our drive. So I've got this part smoothed down, and we're going to work on those ruts over there. But we also have to work on moving these rocks, which means I'm probably going to need to get a shovel to get them out of the ground with the dirt, because like I said, it made a hump, and so it just kind of drops off right there. And so with a shovel we can get down into the dirt, pull all those rocks back out, and scatter those rocks in a better location, because the pile of dirt, the pile of rocks, I mean, had been sitting there for a long time before it got all ran over. And so there were already a lot of rocks there. Also, the rock pile actually started over here, but when they needed to bring in a big truck this way, they pushed them all over this way, which means there's a lot of rocks even in the ground over here, even though you can't necessarily see them and it doesn't look like a lot. There's a lot of rocks there to begin with because of the first tractor that moved the rocks. So all we need to do is just kind of get it so we can park here without getting stuck. And so I don't think we need it any further than this, because when we pull forward, there used to be a tree there, so we never pulled more forward than that anyhow. And that's the tree that fell down in that big storm. Huge tree too. It was a bodark tree. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. What matters is that the rest of them I'm not going to put rocks in. I really would like to maybe seed it. It won't take long for the Bermuda to grow through the sand, but in the meantime the cats are probably going to loosen all that back up by going to the bathroom in it again, and we don't want to drive through it. Sand it doesn't stay. Shifting sand, that's what that song's all about, shifting sand. Sand does not stay in one place, so sand is not good. The clay is not good either, but maybe with the clay, the sand on top of the clay, it will push down into the clay and change the texture of that clay to where it's different. I was told that sand and clay will make a concrete type of hardness, and it won't drain well, which on one hand will be really good for this, I guess, because we just want the water to keep on going. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know much about anything, but what I do know is that I'm done with this chore for now, because I just am.